Good morning, students. Now, today we are going to start up with chapter number 5, that is cost of production and the concept of the revenue. Now, in this chapter, that we are going to cover up the topics like concept of the cost is there, under that short term, long term. After that, the types of cost, that includes the number of 7 types of cost where their classification on the basis of the production cost. Then after, we'll see the interrelation between the average and the marginal cost. Thereafter, the long run average cost, what it is. Thereafter, concepts of revenue, in that total average marginal revenue is there. Under that, how it is under the perfectly competitive market and how it is in the imperfectly competitive market. So all the topics we are going to cover up in this cost of production and the concepts of revenue. That is our chapter number 5th. The very first, before starting up this with the various concepts and all, we'll first carry out the introduction part of this chapter, so you will get an idea about this. Now the very first, that is the introduction part. In that you can see the first, like as in there is a change in the quantity of the production which is quite required. There is a change in the total cost. By cost we come to know the debit side, and by revenue we come to know the credit side of the firm. So ultimately you can see the students, like whenever there is a change in the quantity of the production, firstly it is required less, thereafter it is required more. Okay, so whatever the changes is quite made, ultimately affect what the overall cost of production it will get to you. Okay, it involves the raw materials there, labor charges is there. Firstly it was quite less, but now you can see like laborers are also charging more. Raw material, firstly it is coming of the just 50,000, now it takes more charges, it is now coming of the 60,000. So ultimately it will there will be a change in the overall cost of production too. Now over here you can see like the debit side and the credit side, that you all know, all the costs you are mentioning on the debit side, and whatever the income, okay, income are coming, that is called as a revenue, you will mention on the credit side. Okay, ultimately. So you can see the second point, like the concepts of revenue and the cost determine the normal production level. Now which are the points included under it? So very first is this will help firms to decide the price of its commodity. So what the actual cost of production is, that is for the overall, how much at what price the overall product is ready out, okay, in the particular company or the firm, you can say it out. So out of that cost of production, it will help the firm to decide the price of the commodity that will give them the maximum profit out of it. Okay, so accordingly we can see it as helping in deciding the price of that particular product or the commodity also, you can see. The very second you can see in the on the screen, like provide guidelines to maximize the profit of the firm. So ultimately, yes, at what price the product is preparing in the or made in the company or the firm, you can say, out of that the cost of the exact cost of production you will get it out of that you can decide the price of that particular commodity, and you can get an idea out of it, like how you can able to maximize the profit of the firm. Firstly, you are preparing the product is made in the firm at the 25 rupees, okay, and you are getting, now it is selling the product of that in the 40 rupees in the market. Ultimately they are getting 15 rupees, but now the product is made and the overall cost of production is 30, okay, or you can say it as like 35. Now just they are getting the 5 rupees profit out of it. So the guidelines related to this can be get, that is from the cost of production to how to maximize the profit of the firm. Okay, so you can get an idea from it. So this is the first 2 points. Let us go with the another points in this. Okay students, the very third point, it includes like marginal cost is useful to explain the maximum profit, because as and when if we talked about marginal cost is nothing, you can say it like as and when if there is a change in the overall total cost, you can say it as why, because when an additional unit of output is produced, Ultimately you can see like increase or decrease in the production, you can say there will be a changes in the total production total production or total cost, total production cost or total cost, you can say it as. So because of that there is an additional, if additional unit, one more unit is produced, okay, so what will be the total cost is. So according to that you can come to know regarding the profit also, and you can make the decision related to the profit too. Now the fourth point, you can see concept of marginal cost is helpful to understand the behavior of a particular firm. Yes, so out of this marginal cost you can get an idea, you can come to know related to the behavior of the firm, how they are changing, how the changes are made in the production activity. So according to that you can get an idea. Thereafter, the fifth point, you can see like concept of cost and the revenue play an important role in taking decisions like that what amount of factor of much employment is given, what amount of production and investment need to be done. Okay, so according to the cost, okay, for producing the units, or the we can say how much revenue is coming out of that, okay, how much profit they are earning. So for that purpose you can take the decision related that how much employment needed is there. Thereafter how much production need to be done, what the demand is actually in the market, how much investment is needed in the firm. So according to that you will do such things. Thereafter you can see like concept of opportunity cost is important to in know that the alternative uses of factor of production in the managerial economics. Okay, now the question must be arising in your mind that what is the opportunity cost, students? Now the opportunity cost is nothing, it is just like you need to choose out the best alternative. Okay, there are choices that need to be done by you, which alternative stands the best. Okay, in which you can write it as the best alternative whose production is left out. Okay, the one which in which we have left out that production, and due to that amount of money value left for the next best alternative, that will be your opportunity cost. Okay, you are lefting that particular production, we can term it as, for the another the next best alternative, you can write as that will be your opportunity. So you are taking the opportunity, okay, and ultimately this opportunity cost will help you in which you can see the six that the opportunity cost will help you, or it is important in knowing like the alternative uses of the factor of production in our managerial economics. So which factor need to be used, which type of alternatives must be used in which factor, so that idea for the production activities you will get from this opportunity cost. And the last but not the least, that is the seventh concept of the monetary cost, is used to give guideline for the administration of a firm. Now in this monetary cost, if we compare with this real and opportunity cost, in this real and opportunity cost both are having many number of limitation. But if we talked about this monetary cost, that monetary cost is nothing but the cost of production, okay, in terms of the money, that will be your monetary cost. So ultimately over here this producers, what is the main objective of the producer is to maximize the profit, okay, that the good can be produced, that the we can say the cost of production can be lesser one, okay, the what that is the main objective of the producer is. And they try to at whatever the low cost is, and thereafter from that low cost, from the low cost the less cost of production, they can seek the maximum profit out of it, okay, by selling that particular commodity. So that is what monetary cost is in terms of the money it is. Now you can see this monetary cost is quite helpful for the administration guideline for the particular industry or the firm, you can say it as. So we are going to we are going to see all these concepts, that what the points is included over here. Okay, real cost is there, opportunity, monetary cost, the marginal cost, it came in this introduction part itself, that also we are going to see in brief. Okay, let us go with firstly with the various concepts of the cost. Okay students, before starting up with the various concept of cost, I want to give you people one of the example that can relate it with your cost itself. Now I am taking one of the example related to the one person, that is, we are taking the example of Mr. A. Now over here Mr. A is working in a company and he is earning 40,000 per month. So Mr. A, I can say, like doing a job and earning 40,000 per month. Now he decided that he is not earning such amount as what the effort he is putting in the work. So he decided to quit the job of 40,000. Now he thinks, and another thing is like he thinks that he has a mastery in making the cake and the bakery items. So he decided to start what? To start the cake shop. Now he decided to start the cake shop. Now he quitted the job firstly and now decided to start the cake shop. And that too, he has taken the shop on the rent. Now for that he need to pay firstly. Then after there is a shortage, the need the funds also for that. So what amount he is having, like own funds, he brings in the business, okay, to start up the cake shop. So thereafter also there are many such work needs needed. Okay, not only need to set up this cake shop but to run the cake shop also, that is also the question. For that also the amount is needed. So Mr. A has taken the loan for that from the bank. Now taken the loan, for that he need to pay the interest on it. Okay, then after, no, Mr. A is not only going to carry out whole work, so he is going to keep the one of the person for it. So for that also, to that person labor, he need to pay what? He need to pay the salary. Okay, so that is also the one of the important thing. So firstly he is paying the rent, then after the salary. The another thing, the shop is going to work like this only, there must be the requirement of the electricity, there is the usage of the electricity too. So yes, the third point is the electricity. So over here the whole concept is with you students, that is Mr. A firstly doing the job of 40,000 per month he is getting. Then after he decided to start up the cake shop, he thinks that he can earn huge profit in the future. Thereafter he has taken the loan and the rent, but thereafter you can see he brings up his own funds to start up this business. But still, to run the cake shop needed more funds, so he has taken the loan from the bank. For that loan he need to pay the interest to the bank. Okay, then after, not only he is going to carry out all the work, so he keep the labor for that, for making the cakes, but for that also he need to pay the salary to the laborers. Thereafter electricity usage is also there. So this is the whole concept, will go with this part only. Okay, so be careful and remember this thing. Okay, let us continue to the another one of this. Okay, now just remember all such, like to start up the business, okay, cake shop, he has taken the shop on the rent. So very first we will mention out related to the rent itself. Now rent, monthly he need to pay the exact rent, that is the rent will be termed as your what? It is the fixed amount that need to be paid by Mr. A. Rent is the very first. Second, what we have seen is the salary. Now that salary also, as and when the month completed, it's all that also need to be paid to the laborer. Okay, the very last we have seen. Okay, let us go first to the third point. The first and second need to be remembered by you student, that is rent, that is a fixed amount. Salary we have seen, that is also the fixed amount. Now the third one, Okay, now the third one we have seen is the electricity. I am writing in short, student. Thereafter, electricity, students, that is, it is the fixed one also and the variable one also. Why? Because certain amount that you need to pay, okay, certain like 10% or 20%, it need to be the minimum amount. Now the rest is dependent on the usage of yours. So how much you do the use of such, so that will be vary. So this electricity you will term, that is inclusion of both the things like fixed also plus it is remaining one, it is dependent on what usage. So that will be your variable 2. Okay, so electricity is not the fixed amount, it include both fixed also, that minimum amount you need to pay, and the rest is dependent on your usage. So fixed plus variable you will calculate in your electricity. Okay, okay, let us go on the fourth point. Now the fourth, that is, we include of the raw material. Now raw materials also need to bring up to make the cake. Okay, now that also it's depend on the demand of the customer. Okay, it is not fixed like daily the Mr. A in that shop, in the cake shops is going to be prepared 10 cakes. It is not such. According to the requirement, according to the customers, okay, according to the demand, this the cake need to be prepared. So whatever the raw material they are bringing, that will be the variable one, not the fixed one. Okay, so that will be raw material will also calculate as a variable. Okay, for to make the cake that required certain raw materials and all. Okay, though that raw material is termed as your variable. Okay, so this is the fourth point. Thereafter, okay, the fifth one, it includes, that is Mr. A has taken the loan. Okay, so loan is taken from the bank. Now Mr. A is paying what? The interest on that loan what he had taken from the bank. Now you can see, children, that this all the thing you can able to see like directly Mr. A is paying to the any of the outsider. Okay, like loan Mr. A is pay for that the interest it need to be paid, so that is also paying to the bank. So that is also you can able to see very clearly. Raw material, that what we have seen fourth point, that is for bringing that raw material also Mr. A is paying to the outsider. For salary of the labor also we can say, that is also Mr. A is paying to the outsider. Rent also paying to the landlord. So you can see like the all the things you can able to see that is paid to the any of the outsider. That one of the cost related over here is the explicit cost. So you can see like this is seen to you that it is paid to any of the outsider. You can able to see such thing. Okay, that is paid to any other person, to the outsider, that will be termed as your explicit cost. Okay, so one of the thing you need to be remembered over here, that its loan is paid to the outsider, that interest amount is paid to the outside, that is to the bank. Raw material also you can see for that also Mr. A is paying to the outsider. For rent also he is paying to the landlord. Salary also he is paying to his laborer, that is also the paying to the outsider. So that all the thing that is quite paid you can able to see very easily. Okay, to the outsider is paying, so that will be nothing but the explicit cost. Now let me explain you another point from this, that is the sixth point. That sixth point include, that is main very important one, that is sale. So as and when the number of cake is going to be sold out, the Mr. A is going to earn what? Mr. A is going to earn the profit. Okay, now profit Mr. A is earning over here. Now is all Mr. A is getting the salary for that, so that Mr. A is not getting the different salary from this, but that salary is also included in this profit itself. Okay, because he is doing the hard work for starting up the business also, and doing such type of activities also, okay, to run the cake shop very much effectively. So Mr. A's salary, that is that the labor, that is the work of the Mr. A, is also included in this profit. That after the another thing, like Mr. A bring that own funds in the to start up this business, so that is also included in this profit itself. Okay, it is not like Mr. A is not paying to any of the outsider. Now if such happen, like Mr. A is giving to the any of the other persons, so he can get the interest on that amount. But over here Mr. A is not paying to any of the outsider. He started the business itself, the cake shop itself. So out of this profit itself, that own funds is also included in this profit. The interest also is included in this profit. Whatever the investment is done, that is also included in this profit itself. So over here it cannot be seen, okay, it is all included in the profit. So Mr. A is not paying to any of the outsider. So one important thing over here, that is called as a implicit cost, students. That is one of the another opposite of the explicit cost. That is the implicit cost. Mr. A is not paying to the outside, but all the things Mr. A is getting in the profit itself. So it is not seen. It is just, you can say, Mr. A is getting from the profit itself. That is the implicit cost. So this the 6 points that what we have covered up: rent, salary, electricity, raw material, loan, sale. Okay, after this, let me tell you the another important thing. Okay, so how many points we have seen? Let us calculate first that. The very first we have seen, that is the fixed cost. Okay, now with that fixed cost include what? Rent and salary, that is quite fixed. The monthly Mr. A need to pay. Then after, second important one that we have seen is the variable one, variable cost. Now what is the variable cost? We have seen, like raw material is vary. Okay, it's depend accordingly to the demand by the demand of the customers. So that raw material is variable cost. Now another thing what we have seen, that is the third one, semi variable cost. Now in which semi variable cost we have seen, students? Remember that thing, that is the electricity one, that is the semi variable cost, because it includes fixed cost also and the variable cost also. As and when ultimately some of the amount it need to be paid fixed, and the rest is dependent on the usage. So your electricity is the semi variable cost, that include fixed cost and variable cost. Then after, it can be termed as your 100%. Then we have seen the very fourth is the explicit cost. Now what is explicit cost? That what I told you, when it is supplied to the any of the outsider, like Mr. A is paying the rent, paying the salary, paying for the raw material to store for making the cake. So that all the things, like cost of factors supplied to the outsider, that can be termed as your explicit cost. Okay, so that include what? Rent, salary, interest also that Mr. A is paying to the bank. It is clearly seen that the transaction is done. Okay, the interest is Mr. A is paying on the monthly basis. So that will be your explicit cost. Now the fifth one what we have seen, that is the implicit cost. Now what is implicit cost? We have seen. Now implicit cost nothing but the cost of self supplied factors. Okay, like Mr. A bring the own fund for starting up the business, labor work what he is doing. Okay, now that all included in what? In the profit itself. So that is nothing but the self supplied factors. Okay, that is the implicit cost. It is not seen, like not paying to any of the other. It is there in the profit itself. Okay, so that will be your implicit cost. So the five what we have seen: fixed cost, variable cost, semi variable cost, explicit cost, and the implicit cost. Now the last we are going to see, that is the sixth one, that is opportunity cost. I am writing in short, students. Just understand this opportunity cost. Now, firstly, Mr. A have the two options. Like option 1 is to start up the cake shop, and second option is there, that is the job. What Mr. A decided? Mr. A decided that he need to quit the job of 40,000 per month and to start up the cake shop. For what purpose? Make and earn the more profit in the future. Okay, so he can earn well by starting the cake shop. So he decided that he will quit the job of 40,000 and will start up the cake shop. So he is having the two options. Now, to start up the cake shop, what Mr. A has done? Mr. A forgone the next forgone the job for the next best alternative, that is the cake shop. Which is the next best alternative? That is to start up the cake shop, that from that he can earn the profit in the future. Okay, so Mr. A has taken the opportunity to start up the cake shop and foregone. What foregone? That the job is foregone by Mr. A. So this job is the opportunity cost for the next best alternative, that is the cake shop. Okay, so we can say it like then like Mr. A has started up the cake shop and choose the cake shop. Okay, and choose the best alternative to earn more in the future, and foregone what? Foregone the job of 40,000 per month. So that 40,000 job will be your opportunity cost. So this is our sixth cost, that is the opportunity cost. Fine, students. So today we have seen fixed cost, variable cost, explicit, implicit cost, and the last opportunity cost. Okay, so thereafter we'll continue with the various concept of the cost. This is just for your explanation purpose, students, so you can get the ideas about related with the cost. Okay, how it works. So I have given the example of Mr. A over here. In the next part we'll continue with the concept of cost. That is what actually in there in your textbook. Okay, have a nice day.